Okay, the next video in preparing a timber stump. For those that have never painted before, paint is very finicky. To do it, yeah, it sounds easy. And for those that do a rough get up and go with a roller, yeah, it's okay. If you're using an acrylic just to paint your bedroom, yes, I understand, yeah, it seems easy. But if you want to do it properly, you can't beat enamel, especially on timber. I would not touch timber or steel with acrylic. I just don't like the stuff. I've been a house stumper for over 30 years. I've worked in the building industry since I was 5. And I can tell you now that most acrylics don't survive. Okay, I've seen enamel posts that are over 100 years old. They're still as good as the day they went in. I've seen posts that were painted with acrylic that are rotten after 5 years. Okay, because acrylic lets water in, doesn't let it out. So you end up with wood rot. Where enamel seals it, it's totally sealed. You know, no water can get in, so there's no water to come out. But the idea is to make sure that you do it in such a way that you get a nice finish. And finish is what it's all about with enamel. If you do it right, you can get yourself a mirror finish, and it looks fantastic. Now the problem is with today's enamels, is that most of the enamels no longer have oil in them. They've taken most of the oil out. I'm using a Dulux one here. Now, since I've been a painter for a long time, I learned long ago. So if you want to get an enamel to work properly, you have to put some additives in it. And me, okay, I do that one. Okay, because they take, to make the enamels cheap enough to compete with acrylic, they take quite a few of the oils out, which they can then sell on the side. So that's what they're doing. Penetrol, add to that, makes it stick better, makes it look after the timber better, makes the next coat of paint stick better. So why would you not add it? Oh, but then people say, well, it gets too expensive. Well, you want it done properly, or you want a rubbish job? If you want it cheap and nasty, go get somebody who's cheap and nasty. If you want it done properly, pay the money, get it done. Okay? Now, what we're doing here, I just put the coat on this. We see we've already done the coats on those. All right, what we're doing is I use a roller for the first coat. I use a roller on almost all the coats. But this is the technique a good professional painter has. Okay, the thing you got to watch out for, of course, is with the primer. Primers tend to dry pretty quick. Okay, because they've got lots of fill in them. So what we do is I'm rolling half the stick. You get half the stick prepared with the paint. Now I won't go the whole stick, because if I went the whole stick I wouldn't have enough time to brush it before it started going hard. So now, nice, long, smooth brush strokes. Backward, forward. Okay, so you get rid of all that orange peel that the roller left, and now you have a nice even brush stroke. Look at that. See? All the way in. Much better look. Okay, much easier to paint over. Gives your next coat a much better job, especially after you sand it. Make sure you do sand between coats. Give it 24 hours if you can. And sand them once again when you're sanding. Sand with the grain, not against the grain. Because if you don't, if you sand against the grain, of course it stands out like a sore thumb. If you don't know what I mean, try it. You will see it forever. Okay, see that? Right there, was a little too heavy. So, there we go. Nice long strokes. Light. I learned this a long time ago. That makes a hell of a difference when you're coming to a finish. There we are, beautiful finish. Now that's just our first coat. So we get the beautiful finish even on our first coat, just a primer. That's not the top coat, which is 3 coats away. That's just the first coat. Okay. Being these are external, I hope the painter does another 2 to 3 coats. Okay, all I'm doing is preparing them ready for the painter. So I've got to flip them and make sure they survive until he gets to them. And I don't want them expanding or having hassles from moisture. So that's that one. I'll keep on going. I'm going to roll it over and on to the next side. I leave it dry and move on to the next stick over there, which is prepped and ready to go, while this one dries a bit before I roll it over. Okay, so have a look, double check, go have a look at how other professional painters do their enamel. Okay, and you can get a real nice finish if you learn the little secrets that are what makes enamel work so nice and gives an excellent finish in the end. Takes time though, 24 hours between coats. So have a look, it's worth the effort. I tell you what, at the end of the day you will be impressed. By the time you finish, you will enjoy the work you did. Okay, I'll leave you there. Thanks guys. Oh please, don't forget to hit the like button just down there and subscribe would be very much appreciated. Okay, thanks guys, talk soon, bye.